everybody, and good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hope you're having a lovely day and you had a happy 4th. I know a lot of people spent yesterday just spending time with friends and family and just maybe some catching up on things and just enjoying the time with those that you love and those that you care for. So, what are we doing today? Well, Foodie was busy yesterday, as you all know, and she did a live. She was also on Salah's gaming channel. And we're going to go over that briefly with this video that I'm doing. Just posted a react to what she did last night and something to say about that. When I was reacting to Foodie last night, I was kind of tired. I'm sure you guys can tell that in the react. So if I sound a little bit uh, tired, I was. I was doing it, but I felt like my tongue was tied in knots. So if I sounded that way, sorry. But hey, tired, just want to get it done. So I wasn't at 100% power, but we powered through it. So yeah, Foodie was busy yesterday. I got so many thoughts on everything that happened last night. I did my tarot video, had a lot of fun doing it, and I thought Foodie would take a day off and just relax because it would be good for her to just take a day off and relax, not do any lives, not do any videos, just take a day for herself and relax. But she didn't do that. No, no, she did a video. Then directly behind that, she did the live. She didn't even wait for people to view the video for an hour before she went live. She did the live right on top of the video. And then she went on Salah's gaming channel. And I have some thoughts about her doing stuff on the gaming channel. Salah, sir, are you paying attention? Whose channel is that? Is that your channel or is that Chantal's channel? Is that now her gaming channel? I mean, you guys have an entire couples channel. Why not put the couple content on there? Isn't that what it's for? That gaming channel is supposed to be for you, but it seems like you're letting Chantal take over. So is it your gaming channel anymore, or is it about let me exploit this woman to do gaming content on there because maybe she gets more views when she's gaming? You might as well just go ahead and create a whole new gaming channel just for you. Seriously, because this is stupid. The channel says Al Sultan Salah, but we don't see your face on there anymore. It's all her. And so what's the feeling here? That you're just letting her do all the work and you're just going to sit back and be a kept man, be a rent-a-husband? It's stupid. Or maybe you're letting her take over because you suck as a gamer. Yeah, I said it, and I'm going to say it again. You suck as a gamer. You're a casual. Yeah, calling you for what it is. You're a casual. You're not very good. You suck. So you're going to let somebody who sucks just as much as you, if not worse, take over your gaming channel. But hey, it's your channel. Do what you want. I just think it's sad as all heck that it's your channel and you're letting her do the content. It's not like you're a busy man and you've got tons of other things to do. Nah, you're just lazy and you want to sit on your bed and scroll through your phone. Anywho, sorry, rant over. I'm sorry. I just think it's ridiculous that somebody who calls themselves a gamer lets somebody else take over their gaming channel. Like, the content is supposed to be about you showing your face, you doing the gaming, but yet you're saying, hey, Foodie, get on the stream and do the gaming for me. Some gamer you are. Anyway, so we're going to go over this gaming stream just a little bit. We're going to go over the live and we're going to go over some cool stuff on Twitter. Y'all okay with that? I hope so. And I will do more react videos where I show my face. It's just today I'm kind of tired. I'm feeling kind of so I don't feel like showing my face. I just don't feel like showing my face. I just woke up and I'm like, So what we're going to do is we're going to go over all that stuff one thing at a time, and hopefully I'll be caught up. Unless Foodie does something while I'm reacting to her. All right, so where are we starting first? Let's go to Twitter. Let's start there. Let me just set it up. I'm so unprepared today. I suck as a reactor. No, I don't. All right. Let's see. How about some cool stuff? Some stuff that'll make you smile. Everybody needs something to make them smile, don't they? Yes, they do. So, aw, look at the baby. Cat with confusing auras. That is such a mood. The kitty found a little kitty hammock with the blinds. How precious. No cats, no life. The torty cat is judging all of us. I feel judged. My roommate's cat has a pattern of fur just like that cat. Torties are such beautiful cats. They have such personality and attitude. But that's a beautiful tortie. But I feel judged. I feel like I should go wash the dishes or something. The tortie's judging. This is how you throw shade without saying a word. You know, cats have perfected that ability. It's an art form almost. This is so gorgeous from Koo. Oh, what a beautiful picture. I want that bedroom. I want it. Don't fight it. I want that bedroom. I would love to wake up in that bedroom. I would love to have it. We went over this last night. So I think that's it. There wasn't a whole much because I covered a lot of this stuff last night. Now, let's move on to the gaming stream. We're not going to stay here overly long. There's really no need to. It's just Foodie taking over Salah's gaming channel and doing a stream. There she is playing Fallout New Vegas. Chantal, are you listening, Chantal? Listen, this is a gaming channel. This is about gaming. The content is entirely about the game and playing the game and making it entertaining for people. It's not about beezing. We know what beezing means. Beezing means misbehaving in whatever way you choose to misbehave. But the focus and the star of gaming content is the game itself and you reacting to parts of the game. Look at any gaming channel, watch carefully, take notes. It's about the gaming experience, not about acting and looking the fool. So let's watch a little bit of this. Let's see. Let's go up here. All right, we're going to get past all this stuff. But she is playing Fallout New Vegas. Oh, come on. Oh, all right. Let's go.
Yeah.
Before she even says anything, as someone that I game a little bit, I play different games. I'm confused, Salah. Help me. Tell me the reasoning behind being someone who claims to be a gamer but isn't, and you suck at gaming, and you have a gaming channel, and I guess you're hoping to get some subs, make some money off of it, build it up, and you're putting another gamer, quote unquote gamer, I put that in very loose quotes, on your channel and them doing the streams for you. And they suck just as much as you do. Please tell me the reasoning behind that because I don't get it. You're not even putting something on your channel that's better than you, that's more entertaining than you. You both suck equally. I would love to hear the reasoning because I am just so confused.
Old? No. I don't know. Mid-age? Nah, I don't really care. I'm gonna be blue.
Okay, let's move forward. Boring, boring, boring.
Be main here, okay?
What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
Afterbirth? Uh,
Okay. How about this one?
Afterbirth? um,
Listen, there's like a million gaming channels on YouTube. I'm subscribed to more than a few. I love watching video game playthroughs because the people that I watch, they're very entertaining. They're very funny. You know, if you're going to be smart, Salah, uh, you might want to find video games that you can play or Foodie can play that are funny. There are lots of very funny, humorous, wacky games that you can have a good laugh from start to finish and kind of make fun of the whole experience uh, because this just this just sucks.
I'm too embarrassed to say what it looks like. What? Go back. Why, Mo Money? You see a Nashi? I see.
So she's on a gaming channel and she doesn't even have the good sense to just talk about the content. She's pulling elements of what she does on her channel over to his channel. You see the problem? She can't even just talk about the game and just keep it on point. Talk about the Nashies and beesing and all that. How just trying to bring those elements over here.
See, Joe Rogan, a light in the darkness. No, I see like a bearded man. Yeah.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
And let me just take a look at this. Okay, I'm curious. I want the stats. So this stream was 14 hours ago. 1.3K views. So I don't know if you were hoping that this would translate to a lot of views, Salah, but 1.3K views is nothing. It's absolutely nothing. For those who would like some information of what it is to be a YouTuber and have a monetized channel, I would like to pass on some information to you. When you have a monetized channel, the way that YouTube pays out as far as views, you get paid a certain amount per 1,000 views. And the amount is usually very, very small. Everybody's RPM, because that's what it's called, RPM, is different. It all depends on the channel and I guess how YouTube feels about them and all of that. But everybody's RPM is different, but it's not that much. You might get what, $12, $14, whatever, or maybe less than that per 1,000 views. So he's got a fairly small channel. He's not even at 5K. So I would imagine that the RPM is very, very tiny. And this video with Chantal got 1.3K views. So even bringing her on the channel, you know, he's not making much. You're letting another gamer, quote unquote gamer, take over your content, Salah. But is that translating into lots of money? No. And it's not translating to you getting a ton of subs either. Like, so what's the point? If you want to call yourself a gamer, if you want to have a gaming channel, you got to do your own content. Don't be lazy, bro. It's not like you have a lot of things to do. Okay? You are a kept husband. Do your own doggone content. Or don't call yourself a gamer. Just don't do it. You casual.
Okay, Dog Mitchell. Hey, he is a dog. Hey, Jack. Too big. Okay, so barter.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is boring. She's boring. This content is boring. I'm sure Fallout New Vegas is entertaining. I've seen other people play the game and it's entertaining to watch them. It's just not entertaining to watch her play it because she doesn't know how to make entertaining commentary. That's part either you do playthroughs where you don't talk at all, and a lot of people do them so that some people who just want the experience of playing the game, but they don't want the talking, they'll watch those kinds of videos. Or if you are going to talk, make it entertaining. You know, like say funny things, do funny things, whatever. React in funny ways. So she's adding the commentary, she's showing her face, but it's not entertaining. It's so boring. Ugh, I'm done here. There's really nothing more to say. How about we move on to the actual live? Before we get started, something I would like to say to anyone who's been watching Chantal, if you're someone and you have issues revolving around food, and if watching Chantal, it's affecting you in any way, if she's triggering you in any way, my best suggestion is to not watch her content or not watch it as often. If you find yourself getting triggered, if it's negatively affecting you and you can tell it's negatively affecting you, I suggest taking a break, because your health as a person, as an individual, your well-being is much more important than what she's doing on YouTube. So please keep that in mind always. Always protect yourself. If being exposed to something is becoming too much, maybe take a break, because she's going into areas that might affect other people, might trigger other people. I'm completely confused about why she's doing this kind of arc, especially considering the policies that YouTube has in place against the content that she's doing. I don't understand the reasoning. Maybe it's because she's determined, she's digging her heels in. She does not want to give up eating food on camera for money. But YouTube now has these policies like you can't monetize this kind of content, and yet she's trying to find little ways and shortcuts around the rules. And Chantal, A, you shouldn't be doing this even if there were no policies. B, but especially now that there are, it makes no sense. It really makes no sense. Your health sucks. It's getting worse. You do not look well. You look very, very sick. And if Salah is over there co-signing on what you're doing, which I believe he is, because he's not putting his foot down, he's not putting a stop to it. He takes you to get fast food. He's bringing the food home to you. You know, if something were to happen to you, he's partially responsible because he is co-signing on it. I understand that you have temper tantrums involving food and he may be just giving you something to shut you up, but he's got to realize that you have a serious problem and eventually something's got to give. So let me just go ahead and start this thing. But again, if anybody out there, if you're watching Chantal and watching her content is negatively affecting you in any way, please, I urge you, take a break, take a breather, do what you need to do to take care of yourself and protect yourself. I don't like this arc either. I hate it. I'm someone that I've struggled with food, and like I have to protect myself now, especially when she's doing this kind of content. And it enrages me that she's doing this and other people might be negatively affected. I wish she would just talk about anything else but this. So let's get started with the live stream. I've tried to go in a few minutes, you know, like 7 minutes in, because the first 7 minutes are her eating. I'm trying to cut some of that out. I don't like watching her eat. I understand that it might trigger other people, so I'm trying my best to cut it out. So let's get started, y'all.
Liner is smeared. I know I was sleeping, Kristen. Eliminate Cokes. Yeah, I drink a lot of soda.
And should you? And should you? No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be drinking soda at all. And you shouldn't have it in the house. And Salah should not be buying it for you. And what he should be doing is, if he sees soda in the house, walking over to that soda bottle, taking it and dumping it down the sink. That's what he should be doing. He's supposed to be your husband. He should be putting his foot down and saying, no, Chantal, no, not today. Not today. Drink some water. You need water more. No soda. And don't give me that crap of restriction is just going to make me have B moments. Because you can have a little bit of what you want, but you can't use the whole restriction thing to as an excuse and a reason to go ham. You understand me? And as I've told everybody, if you're someone you have no self-control with food, having it within hand's reach or arm's reach is a bad idea because you'll go straight forward and there's nothing stopping you. And she needs something to be the control because she has none herself at all.
Not yet, Kitty, but I'm gonna be playing. Why does Sola wear Crocs? Hey, they're very comfortable, but they're easy to slip on. Does Julia? She loves her mouse. Yes. Ozempic.
Yeah, that didn't work. She's already tried that route with the Ozempic. She did it for a while. She made a big show about doing it on camera, which I thought was inappropriate, like doing it on camera. But she did. She did the Ozempic and she quit the Ozempic because she did not like the way it made her feel. It stopped her from eating and she did not want to be stopped. So she was attracted to the Ozempic because she heard that people lost weight on Ozempic. But the fine print with Ozempic is that you might lose a little bit of weight, but you also have to follow that up with, proper diet and exercise. It works together with those two things. So she was taking the Ozempic with her eating problem, but she wasn't exercising and she wasn't eating well. And so the Ozempic really couldn't work the way that maybe it could have. Also, Ozempic really isn't for someone with a severe eating problem anyway.
I was on it before, but it did help me lose weight and
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. That's a lie. It did not help you lose weight because I remember, Chantal, you were doing the Ozempic, but you were still eating stuff you shouldn't have eaten. The only thing that I've seen you lose weight with is something that you really should not have been doing. A very naughty party favor, the white powder kind. When you were with Natter and you were partaking of the white powder, party powder, you did lose some weight. Guaranteed you lost weight. I knew you lost weight because I could see the difference just in your face. When you were doing heavy amounts of the powder, I could see more of your cheekbones. I could see more of your ears. Like you can see the weight loss in your face. But the problem with you doing the party powder is that it's very, very bad for you. Very bad. And I understood why you were doing it because you've got a very severe problem with food. You're always thinking about food and you have to have something equally as powerful to short circuit those thoughts of food. And the party powder, it gave you energy to where you could do those 10, 12-hour live streams a day. It made you feel up. But the problem with using that was that eventually you got to sleep. So you would do the party powder, be up all night, up all day, doing the live streams. But then when you want to go to sleep, you got to take something to help yourself sleep. You would do the edibles, do too much of those, and then the bee monster in your head would be rattling the cage saying, "Let me out. I've been in the cage all day. Let me out." So you would do the edibles, too much of them, and then it would come right out and say, "It's party time. Let's go." And then you would eat a bunch of food, a lot of it. We saw you. So trying to use that as an effective means of weight loss didn't exactly work. Did it? No. but that was the only time you lost weight. You were using something bad to short circuit your thoughts of food. But if you went to therapy, like you should be doing, you talked to somebody, you found some different coping mechanisms, different tools, sorted through your issues, that bee monster would not be so huge. You could have more control over it. But right now it's out of control because you just refuse to do the things you need to do. And so you're stuck on that hamster wheel, forever just running on it, but never completely getting off.
Neutralize my blood sugars or lower them. Nancy. Lauren, you're going to Boston? Oh, lucky. Andre Marie, 15 months loyalty Beezer, Andre Marie. Thank you. Eating some ribs, homemade mac and cheese, and corn. Happy 4th. Happy 4th. And ready, set. Bees. Yeah, Chloe. Lava sometimes. Sometimes like it doesn't all fully come off, but mostly yes. And then that's the thing. Like I think I'm just gonna stop wearing. Like I only try to do my makeup like for videos, but hi, creepy comfort in crime. You're supposed to take your makeup off, yeah. Yay! Hi, yes, golden girl. Hi, ahoy. Yeah. Hi, Sinella. Welcome, salam. The diet has not been abandoned.
The diet never started to begin with. There was no diet. There's always been the I'll see you at the hospital later diet. That's what this is. I've said it and she has said it. If you got a problem with food, diets don't work, y'all. What works is a complete lifestyle change. Diets are things that you do to lose, some vanity pounds. They're short term. Diets are for people that don't have severe issues with food, that don't have a fixation on food. And maybe they want to lose a few pounds for an event or just for themselves. But in the case of Chantal, you need a complete lifestyle change for life. You've got to correct the way you look at food, the way you treat food. You got to take that fixation off. A diet cannot and will not do that. That's why diets don't work. That's why it'll never work with her. That's just facts. She's on the I'll see you at the hospital later diet, and I'm not saying that hatefully. I don't want Chantal to die. But Chantal doesn't care about her health. She really doesn't. Nobody could change my mind about that. It's interesting to me that she comes on YouTube and she wants everybody else to care about her, to be concerned for her. She's forever been doing things to get everybody concerned for her, saying things to make everybody concerned and worried for her welfare. At the same time, she doesn't care. She's got all of the resources and the tools and the money and the time to take care of herself, and she just isn't doing it. It's not healthy for her to have this YouTube channel and be eating on the channel and talking to people in the chat, and they're talking about food, because all that's going to do is trigger her thoughts about food and keep that fixation going. What we've got here, folks, is someone who's got an addiction to food. And she's got a channel where she's looking for people to enable that addiction, to fund that addiction, because she's not even going out and getting a regular job that she's working and then using the money from that job to pay for her habit. She's looking for other people to pay for it and keep it going. And she's especially looking for those people in her audience that they're really into that and they support it and they say nothing bad against it. So we've got this toxic cycle slash safety net situation in place. And anybody looking at Chantal, you can't tell me that this looks like a healthy woman in front of you. She looks very sick. She is very sick. So is YouTube the right place for her? No, it's the absolute wrong place. And I'm going to go on record for saying this also. I think Chantal having a YouTube channel was the worst thing to happen to her. Because if she'd just been an ordinary person out in the world, working a regular job, getting a regular salary, she didn't have access to thousands of dollars that she could just blow on whatever, she might be in a healthier place right now because she wouldn't have been able to indulge all of her excesses and go ham. She might be a lot smaller in size. She might not have as many health problems. Her fixations and her excess have ruined her. And she's not even bothering to put the brakes on. If anything, she's stepping on the gas pedal.
Well, yes, it has been. And skincare instead of makeup, yeah. Enjoy them, Joni. Each prayer session, it depends. Like each prayer session.
Y'all see that? Is she supposed to be showing the tattoo on camera? Because I don't know what's going on with her and Salah, but so we started out in a place with those two where, you know, she was making sure to be modest and not say bad words, and he didn't want her saying bad words, and now he just doesn't care. Go ahead, say bad words, Chantal. Show your tattoo. She's claiming to be a newly reverted Muslim woman, but you know, she's just making up her rules as she goes, and Salah's not bothered to say, hey, don't act like that. Hey, don't show that. Just casually showing off the tattoo.
Has different amounts of like amount of times you have to do the prayer over, like it's called rakats. So it's like Fajr has 2. It only takes like a few minutes. The fireworks, I know. My mom said Buster was freaking out on July 1st. They should have silent fireworks, you know. The diet is not abandoned. I mean, I'm not going to be on a diet, but I'm just trying not to binge eat, you know. Like even right now, I want to eat like 5 packets of cheesies.
And you probably will. As soon as this live stream is done and you finish up with the gaming stream and Salah goes to bed, who knows what's going to happen? I mean, you're a night owl. You like to stay up all night. I don't know what Salah's sleeping schedule is, but I'm sure you wait till he goes to bed. And then when he goes to bed, you rub your hands together and go, party time. You know, you have a history of sneak eating, Chantal. You did it with Bibi. You did it with Natter. You would be at Natter's place and you would eat the food over there. And as soon as you would leave his house, you go run straight to a Starbucks and run straight to a BK. You're sneak eating. This is why you need impatience. So you can't do all of that. And you can't justify it either. In your mind, you can't justify it. You can't say, well, I was good all day. Therefore, I deserve a reward. Because that's something that you do sometimes. If you're not ready for that journey, you know, like you're trying to find ways around doing completely good, you'll find ways and reasons and excuses to do bad. You'll justify it. I was good all day, or I didn't eat bad for 6 hours, therefore I deserve a reward. I deserve a little piece of cake or whatever. So she's not completely on that journey. And she thinks, if I didn't eat for 3 or 4 hours, I deserve a quote unquote reward. Well, sometimes that reward will undo everything you did for the last 2 or 3 hours. And the reward is going to make you fall off the trail. You're going to undo everything you might have tried to just did.
My water goblet? Do I miss Canada? I miss my family. I miss my mom. My aunt.
Okay, so this comment right here from Basic. She's having a B moment to prevent B moments. Like Chantal with the wordplay, with the semantics. In her mind, I'm trying to clue you in on her thought process. And the thought process is she's trying to press on Salah. So I'm sure with Salah, he's not knowledgeable about issues with food. He's not knowledgeable about it, and I'm sure he's not bothered to find out. I'm sure he's not even bothered to realize this is serious. This is crazy. It is serious. So maybe her with him, she's trying to explain it to him of having a B moment equals a ton of food in front of you. And you go ham at the food all at once. But Salah, having a B moment, it could be food spread out over the course of several hours. That can be a B moment too. You got to expand your thinking. B moment isn't just a huge spread in front of you. It could be eating food and then 2 hours later you do it again, and then an hour later do it again. That is still a B moment, sir. And that's coming from somebody who had that problem, and I'm in recovery. Chantal will never tell you the truth, but I will. I certainly will. So don't let her fool you. What she's doing is still bad for her. And she's so close to being bedbound. And if she becomes bedbound, what are you going to do, Salah? Are you going to take care of her? Do you have the medical training to be a nurse, to care for her, to bathe her, to change her bedpan, to recognize any kind of medical problems like bed sores or infections? I don't think you have that kind of training. Taking care of somebody who's bedbound is a full-time job. It's exhausting. Are you ready for it? Because you bringing her food and being okay with this and co-signing on this, that's the path she's headed on. So you might want to think about that.
I'm binging to prevent binges. No. I know cheese is I'm addicted to it. I love it.
But yet you have it in the house. You did that meal where every bit of that meal was coated in cheese. So if you have a problem with something, is it a smart idea to have it in the house? No. You had cheese, you had at least half a pound of cheese sprinkled on that salad. You had more cheese on the pasta. And then on top of that, you were cooking cheese on the stove. If you have a problem with something, is it a smart idea to have it around you? No, it's not.
Well, that was unsatisfying. No kidding. I might make some French fries.
Girl, you just had a meal. You just literally sat there and ate in front of us. And now she just ate in front of us. That's how bad her problem is, y'all. She thinks this is normal. And maybe Salah thinks it's normal because it's been his normal for the last 6 months. But trust me, it's not normal. She just sat there and ate whatever that was. And she's already thinking about more food. You want to know why? Because she's not full. She perceives being overfull as being full. Anything below that, and she's starving, or she's not full yet, and she's got to just keep at it until she is full. That's why she needs impatience. She's got to relearn that whole process of what's normal and what's abnormal, what is enough and what is too much. She's not trying to correct herself that way.
Hi, Hannah. You went carnivore? How do you eat just meat? I think I would vomit. Like no vegetables or rice or anything. How does Salah feel about your binging? He's supportive, but it's like I don't think he really like it's a new concept to him, so it's like take some education, you know?
Right. Didn't I say that? I said that a few minutes ago. I think she's keeping him somewhat in the dark about this. I don't think he realizes how serious this is. And I think with Chantal doing the wordplay with the semantics, she's painting only half a picture of something. He's not getting the full picture. Maybe she's explained it to him like, this is what a B moment is. And because he's having this partial picture, he's not realizing it goes into other areas. That grazing is having a B moment. So therefore, she's getting away with the grazing because he's not looking at that as a B moment, and it is. So to kind of sneak around him, she won't eat a whole bunch of food all at once in front of him. She'll just like eat every couple of hours or eat every hour. And he's like, I guess that's okay. That's not a B moment. It is, Salah. It is.
I haven't watched Tammy Lemon, no. I've been rereading the binge code. And that's why they talk about like neutralizing and not having food rules like this food is bad, this food, you know, because that's just like I remember reading that a while ago. Is he around when you do it?
I'll tell you one thing. Too many carbs is bad. It's bad for a lot of reasons because the carbs and the sugar stimulate your hunger more. Everybody needs a healthy amount of carbs. Carbs are where you get your fuel for energy. Protein is for your muscles. Carbs are for energy. But too many carbs, and here's the mad hamster cycle. So Chantal gravitates towards foods that make her feel quote unquote full. She likes those heavy foods. She's attracted to carbs because of the sugar. The sugar gives her energy. But here's the problem. You eat the carbs, you might get some energy for just a short while out of it, but the carbs don't give you fullness for too long, nor energy for too long. So she'll eat the carbs, she'll eat the really heavy foods. They'll sit in her stomach. The rest of her body is going, thanks for the junk, I guess, but you're lacking the vitamins and nutrients and minerals, and technically we're still starving. So we're going to make you feel hungry again because there's a lot of stuff that we're lacking down here and you're not sending it down. So we're trying to give you the signal that we need something else by making you feel hungry. And then she sends down more carbs and more fats and more sugars. The body's like, I guess you didn't get the memo the last time. So I guess we're just going to post it on the note board again. And she'll do this all day. If she ate healthy foods, the body be like, thanks. I guess you saw the memo. Thanks for that. As a reward, we're going to make you feel full longer. You know, you're not going to feel as hungry. And you'll be a lot healthier. We'll reward you up there for paying attention. The fact that she's not paying attention is why she's hungry so much. That and her food issue.
But not really. Like, admittedly, like, for me, part of my thing is, like, if I'm alone, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I can eat freely, you know, and that I want to.
And that's another thing. So everybody has called Chantal a giant toddler. She's a child. She's got very childlike qualities. But not all children are manipulative like Chantal. I feel, my opinion, that Chantal, she's very clingy. She's a very clingy female. And she will use bad traits about herself to manipulate other people, including her issues with food. So if Salam wants to have a life and go out and do things, this is just my opinion. I feel she might be using this issue with food to manipulate him to spend more time around her. You know, putting out this vibe of, if you're not here, this is what happens. I can't control myself. Therefore, I need you here to control me. But the real picture is she's trying to control him. She's trying to stop him from having a life. It's really sad. She's the older one. She's the older person in the relationship. He's in his 30s. She's about to hit 40. And she's using the fact that she has these issues to chain him to her side. She's basically saying, I need supervision all the time. I'm out of control. I have no self-control. The only control I have is if you're here. So I need you here to keep a constant watchful eye on me. You're trying to use your issues with food to gain more companionship out of Salah, Chantal, and that's just wrong. Because the first person that should care about this is you. You're the one being affected by what you do. You're the one dealing with all the damage that you've done to yourself. You expect him and everyone else on YouTube to care about you. But you gotta care about yourself first. At the end of the day, this is your life. How you live your life, happy or not happy, is entirely up to you. And if you don't care about yourself, you don't care about yourself. Nobody can force you to care about yourself or make improvements to yourself. And it's amazing to me. It's absolutely just, it God smacks me that you get on YouTube day after day after day after day and you talk about how much you love Salah. And you talk about, I want us to travel. I want us to do things. And yet at the same time, you do this crap. How much care do you really have for your partner if you are internally destroying yourself? Explain that to me. I'll wait. I'll wait. You want to do things with Salah. You want him to travel with you, yet you don't care about yourself. You're continuously destroying yourself with food. You're putting yourself in a position where you can't do anything. You can't go anywhere. You don't want anybody to see you. You're embarrassed about yourself. You're always hiding yourself behind filters, and you think we can't see the weight gain. We can. But beyond the vanity part of this, beyond that, let's put that aside for a second. Because the vanity part really doesn't matter right now. What about the other issues? The fact that you're having trouble breathing. The fact that you stand up and you can't walk across the room without breathing heavy. That's much more serious. Beyond the appearance. That's a concern. That is alarming. And you don't care. But you expect everybody else to care and feel sympathy and send you super chats. This whole system you've got going on of, I'm going to get on YouTube and punish my body with food in front of people. I'm going to do things to get everybody all upset with me and mad at me and upset over me. And then I'm going to go on a live stream and I'm going to wait for people to send me the negative super chats because I want the money is nonsense. You're hate farming. For what purpose? To further hurt yourself. And every time you do this, it lets me know how much you really don't care about you.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sweet vintage Zoe. Intuitive eating. Yeah, I have that book. But people made fun of me. They're like, you're a binge eater. You can't eat intuitively. But
You can't. You can't. Reason and logic, y'all. Let's apply some reason and logic. If you're someone and you have a problem with food, you have no sense of self-control when it comes to food, how in the blue blazes can you eat intuitively? You can't. You absolutely cannot. In order to eat intuitively, you have to have a sense of self-control. She has none, therefore she cannot eat intuitively. Her intuitive eating leads her right to the fridge, leads her right to the pantry, leads her right to Taco Bell and Burger King. That's her intuitive eating, and as you can see, it's no good for her. So you can just scrap that whole intuitive eating crap, Chantal. Stop hiding behind it. Stop trying to use that as a reason, in a way, an excuse to do what you want to do. Because obviously it's not working.
have to relearn how to.
Right.
This is just
You have to relearn. You haven't learned. We're watching you right now. You haven't learned.
like lettuce with herbs. What else? Where's the dressing? I want French dressing. Poutine. Yeah, poutine is like... I could go for the one from Quebec City right now. Hi, Floss. Remember Karate Joe at times we get upset? Dude was unstable. Big breast Brenda. Hey, Brenda. Canberry. We did not celebrate Canada Day, no. I don't celebrate much.
Maybe that's the problem. You got nothing that gives you joy, nothing that you look forward to. Food is the only thing that makes you happy. You don't see how imbalanced that is? A lot of people ask the question, why can't she get away from the food? Well, yeah, she's got a problem with food. Let me put it to y'all this way. If you're someone and you have only one single solitary thing in life that makes you happy, just one thing. We are all human. We are motivated by happiness and reward. And if you have a person like Chantal, and I'm not diagnosing her, by the way, I'm just giving some insight. If you got a person that got one single solitary thing, one coping tool, one coping mechanism, one thing that they look at as reward and happiness, and you try to tell them, we're going to take that one little thing away from you to where there's nothing to look forward to. There's nothing else that'll make you happy. Do you honestly think they're going to let it go? No, because they have nothing else to replace it with. That's why she needs to get the different coping mechanisms. She needs to find other things that make her happy, that have nothing to do with food. That's going to be a huge task for Chantal because she's been so fixated on food for so long, looking at it as a source of everything good. Find some other interest or hobbies or distract herself. She needs that, but she won't do that. So she has that one thing, that one single solitary thing, and that's always been her go-to. And to be quite honest, I don't think food gives her the joy that it used to. I think that she's not experienced euphoria or joy with food in the longest. It's just her eating just to eat, just to keep from freaking out because she's not eating.
Which city? Quebec, yeah. Quebec City. No. When I used to live in a small town called Saint-Charles-de-Bellechasse, All it had was a bar.
You know, like she's like, look at her right now. She's talking about food and she's eating food at the same time. Anybody see a problem with that? So by doing her live stream, she can fixate on food more. And then if people in the chat talk about food, she'll really fixate on it. This is just a toxic cycle. Oh my God. Like, even on her YouTube channel, which would be the perfect place to get away from food, find something else to do, find something else to focus on. We're focusing on the thing that she should not be focusing on. Urgh. She could get away from food here if she wanted to. But if anything, it puts her focus more on it.
A tavern. And a poutine. No, I don't talk to Amberlynn and Becky. Why? It's in his life. Ugh.
Ew, gross.
This needs more salad dressing. Hi, Tris and Maddie.
For the record, Chantal, you don't have to drown a salad in salad dressing to enjoy it. And salad dressing does add a lot of calories.
How often do you come to? I don't come to Montreal anymore. Checkered pass, you were not blocked. I know, A plus. I like some of the names on people. What's my fave things from Taco Bell? My favorite is the Doritos.
See, people in look. Listen. I don't know any of the people in chat. I don't know if you guys are trolls or you like Chantal or what, but y'all want to see. I'm just going to point this out, okay? Again, I don't know you people. I don't know what your point of view with Chantal is, but there's so much chat here where you guys are talking about freaking food. You're mentioning food. You're asking her questions about food. Okay, talking about poutine, talking about Taco Bell. You guys can be trolls, some of you. I'm sure there are trolls in the chat, but you're asking her questions about food while she's eating. Seriously? Seriously? For those of you that are not trolls, let me bring this up. Because this is important. Let me put it to you this way. Example. If you have somebody who is an alcoholic and you know they're an alcoholic, is it proper to talk about alcohol to them, knowing they have a problem? Talk about the last time you went to a bar or you were drinking and, oh man, I got so wasted. Is this the thing to do to somebody who's, got a problem with something? No, absolutely not. You don't bring it up. You don't make it part of the conversation. You stay away from it. Well, food is her substance. If you care about Chantal, don't bring this crap up. Because you're putting the thoughts in her head. You're putting it in the front of her mind. Stay away from that subject. Of course, trolls are going to bring it up. That's on them. But if you are someone in Chantal's chat and you care about her at all, you see how unhealthy she is and how much more unhealthy she's becoming. Is this the topic of conversation you should bring up to her? No. Leave that topic alone. If you wouldn't go to an alcoholic or somebody who's addicted to some other substance and talk about a substance, don't bring the topic of choice, the substance of choice, up to the person who's currently doing it and they got a problem with it. That's just wrong.
Taco Supreme. Doritos Locos. Taco. Ow, my abaya. Stop. Come. You've never had poutine? Oh my gosh. I want to try like East Coast seafood. I was watching some vlogs.
She just ate and she's talking about food. Always talking about food. Always thinking about food. Like, I think Chantal just doesn't get it. She thinks that her obsessions and her fixations are everybody else's obsessions and fixations, that food is incredibly interesting to all of us. Or she's trying to transfer her obsession and her fixation to all of us to where we find it as interesting as she does. Here's the problem, Chantal. We don't have a fixation on food like you do. That's why a lot of people come to you and say, this is boring. You're always doing the same things. You're always eating on camera. You're just not getting it. You know, the translation is not coming through. We don't have the same viewpoint about food that you do. And you trying to sell that fixation and that obsession to us is not working. That's why your views are tanking, because we're not in the same headspace as you.
My least favorite food, Wendy's French fries. I don't know. And A&W, I don't like A&W anymore. Are you the sweetest angel of the 800 millionth degree? I like nachos Bel Grande with extra meat. Yum. Harvey's. I like their.
Oh, by the way, kind of left this out. Sorry. I did include it in the last react. But in the beginning part of this live stream, Chantal let it slip that Julia was a street cat. She's been telling all of us she and Salah got Julia from a friend, but she did let it slip that Julia is a street cat. But we all knew that. We all knew that she came from the street. Question for you, Chantal, has she been fixed? Because if she's not been fixed, you know, she might go into heat at some point, and that's going to be a problem. Not counting the other issues she might also have, like her claws growing long because you don't have a scratching post for her. You don't have any nail clippers. You know, but I digress. You know, like she's not the best pet owner. We all know that.
Soy tasting burgers. KFC diarrhea. Yeah. For sure, babe. A&W quality went way down. Yeah, you're right. I don't know, the onion rings are always like no seasoning on it. And then the burgers are not, I find like I always get a hard thing. I don't know. I was hoping to see.
Look at this. So this person's a mod in the room. Look, Golden Girl, I don't know you. But again, let me just clue you into the thinking. You're a mod. You got a mod wrench saying A&W hot dogs are really good. Again, you got somebody who's fixated on food. You care about them. Why you're bringing food up? Just think about that for a minute. You got a food addict in front of you. They just got through eating. They're talking about food. Again, you got somebody's got a problem with something. If you care about them, why do this? Why do this? If you care about their health, why do this?
Today, I hope you're doing good. Thank you, Tristan, Maddie. Yeah, I'm doing. Hi. Come here, you. Come. Kiss me. I look like a floating face. No, I'm not going to declaw Julia. I learned from that guy. No, I have some fresh fruit and veg. Flopper. Yeah, I just don't watch these people watch them like I never do, but like on sometimes on like your mama's streams or something, for example.
Okay, this comment from Christine saying reaction channels talk about how she can't handle the type of you get. And I agree, FFG goes in. It's insane how hard on for you. I said this in last react. I'll say it here again. Chantal's got it backwards. She says that the reaction channels and the reaction community, she labels everybody who has something negative to say about her and her behavior as being hateful. But it's backwards, Chantal. It's backwards. Because if you have a problem with something, the people who are speaking out against the behavior that's harmful to you and you're hurting yourself, in my opinion, they care more about you than the people who are co-signing on this crap. The people that are going along with it and promoting it and making it worse. Think about that for a minute. The people that are in your chat that maybe they're the Foodie people that are saying, yes, Chantal, go ahead, eat. Chantal, what about this food? What about that food? mentioning food, knowing you have a fixation on food that's 24/7. It never stops. The only time you stop thinking about food is when you're asleep. The people that are just they're keeping it in the front of your mind. They don't care. They don't care about food. They don't care about food with you because they're always keeping your mind on it. But the people that are coming forward and saying, this is not good. Chantal, you look sick. You're getting bigger. Your breathing is worse. They're pointing out these things to you because they're trying to bring them to your attention so you could do something about it, to where you don't forget about just how unhealthy you're becoming, and maybe you might be prompted to do something. Just think on that for a minute. I mean, you've been on YouTube for years and you've always made it your business to do the most offensive, off the wall, shocking, dramatic things, and triggering things possible. And you do that because that is your content. It's always been your content to shock people, to bring the drama, to trigger people. This is how you make money. You're not known for positive content. In my opinion, you do self-harm content and you expect to get paid for it because you doing this crap right now, you're hurting yourself. So you come on YouTube and you hurt yourself and you say to your audience, I'm hurting myself. I'm actively hurting myself. You're watching me do it. And I expect you to not only support it, but pay for it. And I wish that YouTube would do something about this. They made the policies, but you're doing all of these videos. You're calling them B moments. YouTube, why aren't you stepping up and doing your job? What are the policies about? Is this just for the advertisers to make them feel comfortable to where they will put ads on the videos? Come on now. What are the rules really for? Why aren't you looking into this? Why aren't you paying attention? But Chantal is looking for that audience that will support her in her negativity. Just people say, I love Chantal. I love her personality. Listen, you can love her personality if you want to. You can like her as a person if you want to. You can give support to a person without backing up the habit and helping to make it worse. You know, you can leave a comment for free on a community post or a video without funding the habit, without enabling the habit. Give support to her, but just understand certain kinds of support just helping to make the problem worse. A lot of people say her number one problem is food. I disagree. I disagree because I think her number one problem is attention. She's always needing attention. That's her number one addiction, attention. And then right behind that is the food and everything else. But attention is her number one thing. She's always looking for ways to get attention, to get a reaction out of people, to trigger people, to make them upset. And that one problem spirals everything else, spurns out everything else. Like I said, YouTube is very unhealthy for her. Very unhealthy.
I would see what people are saying, and it's so ridiculous that I just don't even care. What was I gonna say? I look happy. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, generally, you know. What happened to that cat's face? She got punched out.
Little insight. When you have a B moment, you're not happy doing it, and it doesn't make you happy doing it. You know, you're looking for happiness. You find it in food, and then after the B moment is over, you know what feelings come after that: guilt, embarrassment, angry at yourself. Internally, you're beating yourself up. I feel like a failure. I suck. This is hopeless. I feel weak. I can't do this. So there's no happiness with B moments. Trust me. You get mad at yourself. You get real mad. You're like, ugh, I did this again. I can't get off this hamster wheel. I'm weak. I can't do it. So she's not happy doing this, y'all. She's not. She may sit there and act like she is, but she's not.
I find Persian cats, it looks like their face got smushed. Why are you so... Oh my god. Are you a demon? She looks like Church from Pet Cemetery. He's at least fair. Yeah, I mean, for sure, you know. Demon cat, sweet vintage Zoe. Demon cat is going to sleep on the prayer mat now. Go lick your butt in peace. McDonald's. Oh, I love chicken burgers. Paul Bernardo has a oh yeah. Guys. I subscribe to Creepy Crime and Comfort, so if you like true crime, like especially Canadian, check it out. And I was watching, yeah, you're right. The he's gonna be denied his parole. He always tries. I mean, this is his what, third or fourth attempt now? No. If they let him out, people are gonna riot. Golden girl, yeah. But I learned today from Salah, actually, Shiraz is in Iran, so she's an Irani. She's a Shirazi, but isn't like Persian.
You know, Chantal comes online. She doesn't have anything interesting to talk about. She's there all day. She could scroll on her phone and find interesting topics and bring them up and stay completely away from the food. But she just comes online and wings it. She looks towards the chat for things to talk about. Like, that's how lazy she is.
As well, isn't that like Persia considered Iran? I don't know. Rhonda, how you been? Paul Bernardo, ew, A plus. Imagine, disgusting. He's a loser. He's a murderous loser, and I hate his guts. Like, honestly, I was rewatching what he did the other day. Make a Discord? I was thinking about it. Hi, Rita Roo. Walaikum salam. Who are you saying this to? Who said salam alaikum? See, it's going fast. I thought he died. No, unfortunately not. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to say that. That's bad karma, but still. What dress when you were never flop era? They would have to like force me to, and then it wouldn't be in his favor. Hi, Joel Bennett. Hey, it's so nice to see all you guys whenever, you know, that's why I like the open chats too, but I need to renew my...
No, that's another lie. You do not like open chat. You want to have VIB chat, but you don't like the numbers. That's what this is. You don't want VIB only chat because you used to have a whole bunch of VIBs, but people just kept falling off because of you scamming people. You did a whole thing where people would sign up for their memberships and then you would block them just to kind of force them to make another membership. So you would get $10 instead of $5. Plus all those times that you were being abusive to your members and saying, I don't need you here. I don't care if I have 5 VIBs. Your own negative behavior affected your channel. You got on your high horse when you were making lots of money and you were being mean and nasty to everybody, including your VIBs. And some of them said, screw it, I'm out. And they went to the reaction channels or they stopped watching you all together. So when you do open chat, it's for 2 reasons. You're looking for those membership signups. You're looking for those extra views. You're looking for the super chats. And you're trying to put off this vibe of, I really care about the people. No, you care about what the people can give you.
My membership. I need to make more emojis for you guys.
So why haven't you? Miss Lazy, why haven't you made them? They're not that hard to make.
Can you bees me even though I'm not a beezer? If you're here, you're a beezer. Iran. Ah, okay, Sanilla.
She cares about you VIB so much, but yet she won't take 5 minutes to make an emoji. It takes literally 2 minutes to make an emoji. It takes no hard work to make an emoji. Like seriously, like none.
Have you ever tried a Papa John's pizza? Yes, I have. Do a podcast? Hi, Suzmere. Yeah, maybe. What would I talk about? I don't know. I have to think about it. Binge free, yeah. I mean, I think it's what, 3 days. I haven't been ordering out as much in between, like in between. But see, I don't want to think. Oh, if I want to order food for dinner, then I should just like try to make it like not think all these negative connotations about it, because then I'll be like, because then I get in that forever mindset of like, okay, I ate takeout, even though it was a normal meal, like a fried burger and a drink, for example. I'll say, oh, well, you know what? I ruined my day. I'm just going to eat whatever I want in copious amounts. Chantal's first hijab. Basic 25 months loyalty visa. Address our 2-year anniversary. Yes, we are indeed. Ready, set,
I did that freeze frame on purpose. I did it on purpose. Because that's just a funny moment. We need a funny moment in all this because some of this stuff can be really serious. Listen, hold up. Y'all know I'm into photography. And Chantal is always giving us face. I love the fact that she's so photogenic. Hold up. Hi, Chantal. That is such a great face. I'm going to use that for my thumbnail. Yes, I am. Just because I can, and it's my channel, I can do what I want. But hey, when there is a moment to take a picture, why not? That is a great face for Chantal. Don't you guys agree?
Courtney, hi. That's so loyal. Yeah, thanks, Basic Basic's always been around. They chat here and there. Basic loyal Beezer. I was born in fair share. I was born in Shiraz. It's a beautiful city. We are called Shirazi. Shirazi. Oh, Persian. Shiraz is in Iran, so I'm Persian and also Shirazi.
So
But what is like?
if I skip ahead, it's because I'm getting bored. She bores me. I'm trying to find some kind of interesting topic to react to here. She doesn't give a whole lot of selection.
My favorite kind of Arabic food.
We keep going back to the food. She'll find something else that's not food and she'll bring it all the way back to the food always.
You miss Mary? Oh my gosh, I wonder what Mary's doing. I hope she's alive and well. I don't know. I have so much Arabic food I love. Falafel
Why don't you eat it? Why is it always fast food?
is probably my favorite. Oh, anyone who wants to see their name in Arabic, that's a good idea, babe. Me. Excuse me. Cheese quesadilla with ranch, yummy. You're a beezer too? Yes, Mary. I have my dog sedated. Yeah, the fireworks are so bad, eh? My neighbors are shooting fireworks. Ugh. Am I gonna do another buy haul? I'm trying to wait till I lose weight because I don't want to buy. They're expensive, So
So how are you going to do that? Tell me your plan for losing weight if you're eating an excessive amount of calories. Let's put it in perspective, Chantal. Let's just say you ate, like, look, you are 5 foot tall. You're very short. You're a shorty like me. I'm 5'4". To maintain your current weight, you're probably eating about 4,000, 5,000 calories. That's just to maintain your weight. Now, if you ate above that amount, you're going to gain weight. I don't know how many calories in a day you're eating, but whatever it is, you're not only maintaining your weight, you're gaining. If you ate way below that, you would start to lose weight. And we might notice that just in your face, like it happened the last time. So, how are you going to lose weight? You're already at a point where you're wearing the biggest size abaya that Kuwait has to offer. And your abayas are looking like bodycon dresses. We can see everything, mama. Even if they're in black, we can still see everything, the form of your body beneath. It's summertime, you want to remain cool, you're going to have to buy custom made abayas. You talk about being hot all the time. Girlfriend, it's summertime and you're wearing black from head to toe. Black absorbs heat and light. Yeah, you're going to cook in your own skin. You might as well just wrap yourself in tinfoil and put yourself in the oven. But yet you won't wear any lighter colored abayas or bigger abayas to keep yourself cool. But what is this plan for losing weight if you are eating so many calories a day and you're not getting any activity?
I want to get some dresses, I think. There's an app called Namshi.
So why haven't you used it? Spoiler, I don't think she's going to buy dresses. I really don't think so. Because she's embarrassed about her size. And this is just my opinion. I think Chantal, she went to Kuwait with this idea in her head that everybody in Kuwait was going to be her size. And she would just fit right in. She would not stand out. It made her comfortable with the idea that she was going to a place where there are other people who are also big. And she also thought by wearing the abaya and the hijab that it disguised her weight a little bit. And in both counts, she was wrong. Because the abaya and the hijab do not hide her weight as well as she thinks they do. Nor do the people of Kuwait. A lot of them are not her size, so she will stand out anyway. So she went to Kuwait and she found out that she was wrong on both counts. And now she's talking about wearing a dress. She's not going to wear a dress on camera. And she's not going to wear a dress out in public. She doesn't like to go anywhere and have anybody see her. And she's desperately trying to stay covered up so that those of us that are watching her, nobody has a true idea of her true size. So she's always going to try to hide it versus fix it.
And they have some dresses like that are like long sleeve, but sorry for my hijab situation. I just woke up, I'm like, oh, gotta go live. Have you been following the Colleen Ballinger drama? Sorta. Like, what did she do? I seen some of the things she did on the thing. Okay, 38 in Ontario. Yeah, the fireworks. Breasts. Oh my gosh, it's too fast. I'm glad Trisha's done with Colleen. Yeah. I don't know. The haram emails. She played the ukulele. Yeah, that was stupid. I don't know. Thank you. We like making them. We have to make more. Love documentary part 2. Tell me I'm not the only one whose cat always walks to the restroom and stays by the door and meows until you're out of the... I usually leave the door open for her, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, if we close the door for sure. And then when we open it, she'll like roll on the ground. It's so cute. They don't like closed doors.
No, they don't. That's a cat thing. Cats do not like closed doors. And that's because whatever home they're in, they consider that their territory and they don't like to be cut off from their territory. Therefore, they do not like closed doors. Even though they've gone in the room before, they might have gone in there a few minutes ago, they don't like the idea of being cut off from part of their territory. It's just a cat thing. Booger does that all the time. She closes the door and she wants to know what's going on. What's behind the door? I have to know.
Really, checkered past? What did she send to me? I'm not gonna. Well, she sent me like an initial email, cease and desist, like stop talking about me and my kid or whatever, and which I didn't do. And then she was like, so then I replied like, "Are you kidding? Like like, hold on," because I'm like, "F off," because like you have an entire channel dedicated to me talking crap about me, and then you go around town with my biggest enemy, um, trying to defame my husband's business. Like, yeah, I don't think that will hold up in court. How are my eyes? Um, you know,
And that's not true because when French Fry Girl and Shannon went around Cornwall, they said a YouTube celebrity, they didn't even say her name. And they were just looking for honest reactions. And from what I saw of it, all the reactions were not entirely negative. They were some of the people were being nice, they were giving their honest opinion, but they didn't even say Chantal's name
I never
or Salah's.
wash my. I try to remember to wash my makeup off before bed, but not an apology. Yeah, exactly. What?
It's just amazing to me. She's been on YouTube for what, 4 or 5 years, 6 years? And this live stream it just went on for an hour. And she is just so void of anything really interesting to say. Like she's looking to the chat to give her stuff to talk about to keep the chat going for an hour to get that Google AdSense money. Chantal, I can sit there and do a 4 or 5 hour tarot live, just doing tarot readings, and I can keep the conversation going with no problem. Why are you struggling so much?
Plastics being burned? Hallie, she's such an angel. I'm doing okay. You know, I'm tired right now. So I'm gonna play. Yeah, I mean, I think I got Sam fixed at 5 months, and that's when I discovered that he was a male and not a woman.
What? So you didn't you didn't even know Sam was a male cat. You had no clue until you got him fixed. What? How do you not know?
Same here. How do rich people get alcohol in Kuwait? Oh, I don't know. Probably. Don't have to explain. It's okay. I'll pick that up next week. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, creepy. Creepy crime. I love when they do and say horrible things about you, but if you say anything back, oh, yeah, I know. She's chain smoking cause the excessive smoke. Do you just sleep all day? Not all day, but
Yes, you do. You guys did a live stream and you both were joking around about it. You said that Salat sleeps between 6 to 8 hours, which is normal. And then you'll tell him 30 more minutes, and the next thing you know, you've slept 4 more hours. So you sleep for 12 hours, Chantal. That's not normal. And if you think about it, you're sleeping for 12 hours, mama, and then you get up and then you eat and then you maybe use the bathroom and then you're back to bed. If you're sleeping 12 hours a day, you're sleeping for an entire freaking day. And who's taking care of the pets in that 12 hours? Who's making sure there's enough water in the dishes? Who is putting the food down for them? Who's looking after the hamster? It can't be you if you're sleeping.
but I usually have a nap. I love to sleep and I don't feel well. I'm not the healthiest person, and
Yeah, and think about that. You eat copious amounts of bad food. You sleep for 12 hours. You don't have any energy at all. Like, you don't see how the food plays into that. That eating unhealthy is leading to the excessive sleeping and the breathing problems and all that. I mean, it all ties in together.
And I mean, there's all day it's too hot to go out. Like you saw my video, I was like,
Yeah, but then you sleep all day, and then at night, are you up? Are you doing things? Are you walking around? What are you doing? Then you use the excuse of, it's dark, I don't want to go out, it's late. So you're always going to find a reason and a way not to do things. If you were back in Canada, where it's not nearly as hot as it is in Kuwait, it's summertime, you would say there, it's too hot. And then winter would come and you would say, it's too cold. And if it's not too cold, I'm too tired, or I'm sick, or my back hurts. You're always going to find a way out of doing what you don't want to do. But if it's something you do want to do, you'll find the motivation. We remember all the live streams you did where you were quote unquote depressed. And I say that in quotes because there are people out there that suffer from true depression. Depression is a very debilitating condition. And anybody who's suffered with that, I feel for you, I sympathize with you. But Chantal's depression seemed to be selective because she would say to the audience, feel sympathy for me. I'm depressed. She would be in her room and she would use the excuse of, I'm depressed and that's why I'm not taking care of the cats and that's why I'm not cleaning. But the moment that Natter would call, she'd be up and out of her bed, putting on her makeup, doing a get ready with me, putting on her clothes, putting on the lotion, and out the door. And she would make the drive to Gatineau or to Montreal for a couple of hours. I'm sorry, somebody who's truly depressed cannot do that. So when she's motivated, she'll do what she wants to do. This is the same woman that drove across the border to the United States, did a 6-hour drive just to get fast food. This is the same woman that when Natter moved to Montreal, she would motivate herself to get in her car and drive to 2 or 3 hours to get to Montreal from Ottawa and back again. And she did that several times. Like she's motivated by something and she wants it, she'll find a way. But if she doesn't want to do it, she won't do it.
friggin' what, 20 minutes out there? Address calorie count. No, I don't count calories.
And if you counted calories, that would help with self-awareness about how much you're actually eating. You have to develop a sense of self-awareness. You have to get that self-awareness going. That's what therapy is all about. You are creating a sense of being aware of yourself, being aware of the thoughts that you have and where they lead you to, knowing what your triggers are, asking yourself those hard questions. Like, when did I first notice I had a problem with food? Like, what started the whole thing? How did we get here? How did I get on this toxic journey? Let's go back to the beginning. How did it all begin? Figuring it out, figuring out any mental or psychological or emotional issues with food. And then you got to figure out, what are your triggers? What triggers me to eat? Is it when I'm really angry? Is it tied to angry or emotional or traumatic events in my life? What are my triggers? Am I triggered by being bored? Do I have any toxic routines of, I sit down at the TV and I just have a routine of eating while I'm watching TV or being on YouTube? Or what are your triggers? What are your rituals with eating? And by doing that, you're identifying the toxic patterns. You're identifying the triggers. You're self-aware of that stuff. And by doing that, you can police yourself of, I know what's going on here. I've done this before and I'm on the watch. I'm being my own warden. I'm watching myself. I'm policing myself. And if you have that routine, you know you've got that routine of food. And if you have that self-awareness, you can catch yourself. Okay, I know that when I sit down in front of the TV or on YouTube, I know what that's going to lead to. So let me just, if I start having those thoughts of food, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go do something else. I'm going to short circuit this. I'm going to go take a walk, or I'm going to go read a book, or I'm going to purposely distract myself and just snap myself out of it. I'm having thoughts of food. Let me go read a book. Let me go do the dishes. Let me go take a walk outside. You're breaking the routine. You're creating a new one. This is stuff that you might learn in therapy, is the different coping mechanisms and different ways of dealing with the routines and the rituals and the thoughts that you might have.
Golden girl. What did I eat today? I woke up and had paneer. Oh, by the way,
Oh my God, what? Y'all just heard that, right? So sleeping for 10 to 12 hours. She woke up and the first thing she had was paneer. I'm done. The first thing you eat is paneer. Really? You're eating paneer. Cheese. She woke up and she ate cheese. And this is healthy for you. How? You wake up and before you even eat anything healthy, you're eating paneer. That's why she needs inpatient. Because she can eat whatever she wants and she does. And it's usually something unhealthy.
I made my own paneer. I filmed a little bit of it, but it's not enough for a video. I think I'll do a video. I wanted to test it out. So basically, I took a whole container of whole milk. I tried to do it with cream.
She's making cheese on the stove. That's basically how you do it. You can make your own homemade cheese on the stove. She made cheese in a pot. So she's saying a whole pot of cheese is not enough. What? Huh? A whole pot of freaking cheese is not enough for you, Chantal? You're going to make more as if you need more? Miss, I have no gallbladder. Why do you even need cheese?
Cream doesn't curdle the same way. So I took the milk, full fat milk. I added 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. It started to curdle. Then when the whey got like a clear milk, clear color, I had to use an old hijab a clean hijab, but like one that was like see through kind of, so that I could strain it because I didn't have cheesecloth.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What? What? No. No. Did y'all just hear that crap? Oh my God. I did not just hear that from her. You did what? So you're just sitting there, you're making cheese on the stove. And all the cream and the milk was curdling, which happens. And to strain it, you used an old hijab. What the? I can't. I can't. You couldn't get any cheesecloth. So you are a newly reverted Muslim woman. You're wearing the hijab, you're wearing the abaya, and you're using an old hijab to strain the cheese away from the whey. I can't. Disrespectful. Oh my God. No, ma'am. No. No. I can't. I can't even describe to you how disrespectful I think that is. She could have used anything but that. Cheesecloth or something like it, it's not that expensive. So Miss DYI over there is going to use one of her old hijabs to make the cheese. What the? I can't use bad language on YouTube, but I'm thinking it right now.
Then so you add cold water to it, strain it, put something heavy on it for a couple hours, then put it in the fridge, and then it was like paneer. I was like amazed. I'm like, wow, this is so easy. So I made paneer, mashallah.
And the fact that she's saying inshallah after just confessing of using one of her old hijabs to make it, no, 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 no. No, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame. Using your hijab for that. Shame on you.
No, I made paneer with like a curry sauce. I roasted tomatoes and garlic in the oven and made that. So I had leftover that for breakfast. It was really yummy. Are you guys giving up shisha and vape? I'm trying to cut down. Oh, J Dot, be strong, J Dot. The life is like this. Everyone gonna pass away. It's the normal fact of life. Yeah. The heat, yeah. Maybe flop. You know, I don't love hanging out with people like on a daily basis. I just don't.
I'm sorry. I'm still over here mentally stuck on Chantal using an old hijab to strain the cheese. Are you joking? I can't believe I just heard that. It, my mind is blown.
I like my solitude and I like being with my husband. And, I talk to my family every day and I have friends I talk to, but
No, you don't. Stop lying. Your problem is you have no one to talk to. You don't talk to your family every day. You say you talk to your friends. What friends? What friends are we speaking of? What friends do you have? You don't have any friends, Chantal. You're over there alone. It's amazing to me. You've been in Kuwait for 6 months. You've been over there for half a year. Yet we never hear any story times about hanging out with this person or that person and any good times you're having, any conversations you're having. It's all centered around food. You are so secluded over there. And you cannot tell me eye to eye that you're not eating in seclusion. You are. Part of your eating is because you're secluded, because you're so isolated. You made yourself that way. Because part of be eating is you're doing it in secret. You're hiding it from people. You are embarrassed to do it. What's strange about you is that on one side of things, you're hiding part of your eating from Salah. So you're doing the sneak eating at the same time you get on YouTube and you're exposing it to the entire world and monetizing it. So you're kind of straddling the fence right there. You do the eating in front of people to make money off what you're doing, but at the same time, when the camera's turned off, you're sneak eating. It's a very unique situation.
overall, I'm not a very social person, you know. I find like having a YouTube channel and having a bunch of beezers to talk to also helps. Like,
Yeah, it helps with funding your habit because you trying to use your beezers or your chats as a form of therapy, you've been doing it for months. Obviously, that's not good therapy, is it? And, taking that for the audience, people get on YouTube to talk to people. They do not get on YouTube to be therapists for anybody else. Everybody coming on YouTube, whether it's watching Chantal or anybody else on YouTube, we all have our problems. We all have our issues. People go on YouTube to be entertained and to maybe forget about whatever problems they have for a while, to kind of put their head in another space. But Chantal trying to use her chat as a substitution for real therapy, it's not working. The most that people can do in her chat is give her some tips and advice that might be helpful. But the heavy duty work, you can only do that with real therapy, one on one. You, yourself, in a room with somebody else, and they're listening and they're trained to help you. She's avoiding that because she wants to have a space where she can just dump on everybody and get paid for it. If she went to real therapy, she'd have to pay for it. She doesn't want to pay someone to help her, someone that might be knowledgeable. She wants everybody else to pay her. She wants everybody to pay for the privilege of her dumping on them. And the problems continue, and the cycle continues, and none of it gets better. We hear about the same crap over and over and over again. But Chantal, if you cared about yourself, you should be proactive in this. You should care about this, and you don't. You care just enough to monetize it, but not enough to fix it. So do you want it fixed or don't you? If you don't care to fix it, it won't get fixed. If you do care, you got to be proactive, mama. If you don't care, it's just going to get worse. It's going to get much, much worse.
I feel less lonely. It's weird. Yeah, I know, Golden Girl. I'll do a video so you guys can follow along the pin here. Aw, J Dot, I'm sorry. We're all sending you virtual hugs. For sure.
I'm sorry. Someone who has no gallbladder does not need to be eating cheese. That's bad for her. And she certainly shouldn't be making cheese on the stove. And a lot of it. Like, for what purpose do you need that much cheese around you, Chantal? Cheese is nothing but fat. It's all the cheese is fat. Do you really need that much cheese?
We're here for you. Gabriel, did having
And for the record, something to bring up, something that matters, going back through Chantal's history, and you guys can go to her channel if you want to. Chantal, when she was with BB, she actually landed in the ER and in the hospital for eating too much cheese. So she's gotten in trouble before, physically, eating too much cheese. So are you looking to end up in the ER again, Chantal? Because you're just not slowing down on the cheese. I would think somebody who went to the hospital because of cheese before would not want to land there again. So why are you putting on the gas pedal when it comes to your cheese consumption?
Taco Bell help you not binge? I don't know if it helped not binge. Like I didn't binge today, but I think definitely on
No. I'm not letting you get away with that. No. I'm calling you out. Ma'am, you did. You did. Grazing is having a B moment. It's just a B moment spread out over a few hours. You're not paying attention to what you're eating. So you're just consuming over the course of a couple of hours, or 3 or 4. You're still having a B moment. You may not think it is, but it is. You're still over consuming food and calories that you don't need. So stop with the bullshit. I'm not having it today. No, ma'am. Stop this nonsense of trying to paint a picture to your beezers and your audience. Say, I'm not having a B moment. You can't lie to somebody who's been there. You just can't do it. I'm not going to stand for it. You're having a B moment spread out over a certain amount of time. Whether you have a bunch of food in front of you or a little bits here, there, and everywhere, spread out, it's still a B moment. It's still unhealthy and it's still making you sick. The result is still the same. The effects on your health are still the same. Nothing is different. It's just you painting a different narrative to Salah to get away with what you're doing. And you getting on YouTube and putting little educationals, this and that in the front of your video does not change your content. It's still the same content, and you're tiptoeing around YouTube to try to monetize it. So stop the bullshit. Cut it out.
honestly, I think it might be working. I'm still fighting with my brain to get around this idea because my brain still wants to demonize food. Like it still wants to demonize Taco Bell and be like, I feel like a failure. That's kind of why I seemed defeated in my video, I think. But I had to keep like telling myself.
No. That wasn't you being defeated. That was you manipulating the audience. And we're all familiar with that tactic too. Whenever you want to do a video or a live stream and you're trying to elicit sympathy and for people to play the sad violins for your benefit, you'll use a soft, breathy voice and you'll talk like this. Hey guys, I'm here and I'm having a human moment. And I'm feeling really down today. I have a problem with food. I'm at the point where I'm wearing the bigger abayas, etc., etc. Yeah, you'll put on the manipulative, softer voice on purpose. Oh, woe is me. I'm having these problems, even though I caused these problems and I'm not going to take any accountability for them. I still want the sympathy and I want your money. So everybody feels sorry for me, even though I am the exact cause of why I have arrived where I have arrived, and I can't place the blame on anybody else but me. Still feel sorry for me. Sub to my YouTube channel. Oh, and by the way, check out Salah's channel because I'm there too, and I'm still eating there, even though it's gaming content. I'm finding another avenue to eat and get away with eating, not taking control of the problem, finding other avenues to the exact same behavior. And so the cycle continues and will keep continuing until something happens.
Like, it's just food. It's not, there's don't put any value to it that way, like negative, whatever. Just like, because I know it's like not healthy. And I know eventually I have to work on cutting out. I'm not like incorporating more healthy food, but I find eating every couple hours, like every few hours, maybe like 3 hours or so, and then not, like I said, not demonizing the food, it does help. Like, because I feel like I don't have to worry, because like I feel like, okay, every time I eat Taco Bell or fast food, I always think, okay, this is the last time, so I'm gonna like hoard myself with it. But if I just get rid of that notion that this is the last time, and I'm gonna work on eating it like normally, then it helps a little bit with like the psychological stress. It's like weird to explain. I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to I would like to give everybody some inside insight to what it is to have BED, just to give you a glimpse into the mind of somebody who might have it or does have it. So, if you're someone and you have an obsession or fixation on something that is unhealthy, like Chantal, if you get fixated around it, and then you have a moment where you're trying to tell yourself no, or somebody else tells you no, it creates a sense of inner panic. Like, oh my God, what am I going to do without it? You start to panic. Your mind just starts to spin around and you start to panic. And so you start just inner panicking. And you feel like, let me just do one last time with this, one last fix before I have to stop. That wanting that one last occasion, it's a way to calm yourself down. You're trying to find comfort in something. So like she panics when she thinks that this is the last time. That's why she needs inpatient. She needs somewhere where somebody else can take control of this thing and help her work through it. Someone to help reteach her. Like, look, you don't need as much food as you think you do. And these are normal portions, Chantal. Compared to abnormal portions, you got to relearn a lot of things, refocus a lot of things. She doesn't have any tools. She doesn't have any coping mechanisms. So because of that, she panics mentally, emotionally. In my opinion, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not trying to diagnose her. I'm sure she's got a lot of issues going on. Only therapists and doctors could privately work that out with her. But I'm just trying to give the insight that I have for the sake of understanding. Like if you have a routines and you have rituals based around something like food, and then you're trying to do stuff to break the routines mentally, emotionally, it might cause a sense of inner panic. Like, what do I do now? How do I cope with things? This is my ritual, breaking the ritual. We as people, we all develop patterns. And if you change the patterns and you make them into something new, you're like, what do I do now?
Aware of the calories. They show us a vlog. Hi, Mike. There were actually, yeah, I will show you guys a vlog of the paneer for sure.
Why do people need to see a vlog of you making cheese? Why is that good content? It's you making something that you shouldn't be making. That's unhealthy for you. And a massive amount of cheese? Nope.
You didn't overeat though. You could have eaten twice that. Yeah, exactly. Like I tried to just like Exactly. I'm not gonna be like, okay, I need to eat Taco Bell, so I'm gonna eat like I'm eating unhealthy food, so I might as well eat like 5 meals. Like I'm trying to get rid of that mentality. So I'm like, you know what? It's mealtime. I'm hungry. I'm gonna order one meal and that's it. It wasn't
And that's kind of a thing too. So she's trying to find workarounds. She's trying to find shortcuts. She thinks if I sleep for 12 hours and I'm not eating for 12 hours, then I can reward myself, or I can justify eating a big out of control meal or eating when he goes to bed. That's the workaround. That's the workaround in place. I slept for 12 hours. I did not eat for 12 hours. So because I did that, I can go ahead and eat whatever I want when I get up because I went out without food for 12 hours. No, you can't. You absolutely can't. She's not even trying to eat healthy as soon as she gets up. She's quote unquote rewarding herself or justifying it by saying, I can go wild with the food because I went without food all day. It's a very unhealthy system.
honestly that satisfying because like I've been used to trying to incorporate like for example with breakfast I try to like slice up at least an apple or some kind of fruit vegetable and I find that like makes it more satiating. But
No, it's not. Is anybody else there tired of that word from Chantal, satiating? She's overused that word, the satiation factor. Well, if eating an apple and eating some peanut butter or whatever is satiating, why are you going for the fast food then? You're not making sense. Oh, this is satiating. Oh, eating the fruits and vegetables are satiating. So why are you going back to the fast food? Apparently, they're not satiating enough. Even with the healthy meals, you're making up your own rules. You get the healthy meals and you're supplementing the junk food on top of that. So if the healthy food is satiating, why add all that other stuff? So you can just take that word out of your vocabulary because right now it does not apply.
but whereas if you're just eating like bland fried food, there's like no doesn't seem like there's as much nutritional value. So you don't
No, it isn't. And anybody want to tell her? Okay, I'll tell her. Hey, Chantal, the food that you eat, it's processed. The quesadillas, the burgers, and all that, it's processed, mama. No nutrition, no vitamins, no minerals. There's nothing in any of that for your body to grab onto and be nourished. When you eat the processed foods that have no nutrition, even if you eat 10 pounds of food, it's not really food, it's a food like product. Real food has nutrition. Food like product, it looks like it has nutrition, but it really doesn't. It's just spam for your system. It's junk. It's a bag of garbage. You put it down your throat, your body says, really wasn't much here to work with. Somebody send the memo up. This isn't sufficient. Make her hungry so we can get what we need to keep moving. Then you eat fast food on top of that. Oh, I guess you didn't get the memo. Keep sending the memo through the mail. She's not getting it. You're acting like you're so knowledgeable about food, and yet you're not making better choices. Make it make sense.
don't feel satisfied as much. Like you feel you're satisfying that like craving for like addictive food, but other than that, no nutritional value much.
Right. And then you put yourself on the hamster wheel of the carbs make you hungry, stimulates your hunger, you're hungry again, you send down more carbs, you get hungry again, you eat more food, and you never get off.
I'm addicted to MSG. Yeah, it would be easier for anyone if they built a virtual hug box, though that's not healthy either. You should anyone can. It's not. I don't mind people disagreeing, Katniss, but the way people disagree sometimes just like rubs me the wrong way. And then I put up a wall, and sometimes the truth hurts, and I just don't want to hear it. I guess.
You know what, Chantal? This is where I'm going to argue with you. there are people that have come at you in a nice way. There are people that have come into your chat in the past that they knew you had a problem with food and they just try to give you tips and advice. You would come to your audience and say, I have a problem with food. And then some of the people in the audience would be like, okay, here's some tips and here's some advice. And then later on, you would say, I don't want your tips and advice. I'll do what I want. And you would attack those people for trying to help you. And then there are other people that maybe they did not take the nice approach and you would get angry at them. So there's no happy medium with you. So nothing works. And the why of why nothing works is because you're not ready to change. You want to use what's going on with you to get attention and to make money, but you truly do not want to change. And I'm going to say something to you, and I don't care if you get mad. I don't care if you get mad at all. Deal with it. I'm looking at you right now in your face. I don't see the face of somebody who they've reached that point where they've hit the wall. I don't see anything in your eyes that tells me that you're done with this. That wake up moment of being sick and tired, and you realized you reached that point where you cannot go any further. I'm seeing the face of someone that they haven't reached that point. And they're making excuses and finding reasons and ways and shortcuts to continue. And here's the scary thing about you. Because of you and your personality and your fixation on food and being on YouTube and trying to find a hug box and people to enable what's going on with you, because you have that little safe space where you're looking for people to fund your self-harm. What's scary with you is that if you had a scary moment where something medically happened to you, my honest opinion, I don't think that would be enough. It might scare you for half a second, but then you go right back to what you were doing. You being a diabetic, something you should know. Sometimes people who have diabetes, it can go into severe directions. You might lose a foot or a finger or an arm or something. You can lose a limb from diabetes. The scary thing about you is that where something like that might be a scary wake-up moment for some people. For you, it might be just another arc that you could profit off of and you get sympathy from people. But it wouldn't be enough to wake you up. You would just try to find a way to make money off of it, to make money off of your pain and suffering. That's just scary to me. That there, in my opinion, there's been nothing that could wake you up and make you just have a turnaround moment. You take any pain and suffering you have or what other people have, and you make it into content. You try to profit off of it rather than just looking at yourself and saying, wait a minute, this is entirely too much. Like, this is crazy. You come on YouTube looking for the sympathy, looking for the money, looking for the super chats, looking for the membership signups, but you're not looking at yourself and saying, this is out of control. I've got to change things. You're 500 pounds. You can barely breathe. You can barely walk. You're unhappy. Exactly what would it take to wake your butt up and make you realize you can't continue on this path? You can't go any further. I don't know.
But it's definitely hard. Like, I find I have to work on that for sure. Like, just allowing more opinions, because like the more, especially if I want to grow as a channel, like I think that's one of the reasons I'm so stagnant, honestly, is because like I just
Now that was a sad statement she just made. I want to grow as a channel versus I want to grow as a person. I want to be healthy. I want to be happy. I want to get out and do things. I want to be part of the world. I want to have actual, real, positive fun in my life versus just being stuck in a house and I can't do anything. I want to have something beyond isolation and unhappiness. Her main focus is her freaking channel and getting more subs and getting more views and making more money. Chantal, wake the hell up. Wake up. Stop focusing so much on you and focus on yourself. You know, your need for attention is insane.
Just don't allow as much like negative opinions, like, you know what I mean? But like mentally it's hard. I don't know. It's me worried about the weight gain loss. She worries about my health, yeah. So I need a friendship. Yes, we're here for you, J Dot, for sure. Living like a comatose, yeah. I don't like it. I don't think so, anyways. But also, I don't feel like the urge to get up and go hiking, you know? Like, I don't know.
You might get the urge if you were healthier. See, that's something I think you're missing out on, Foodie. You dismiss the things that you cannot do, that you can't physically do. But if you got yourself in a healthier place, you might want to do those things. You might find out how much fun they are, how much happy you are just hiking out in the woods or hiking in the mountains, seeing nature, being part of nature, being around people. You'd have fun with those things. It has nothing to do with food. If you got your issue under control, you were able to go out and be part of the world versus being isolated away from it, how much more fun you would have. You know, you're not riding the horse is riding you. It's controlling you, it's dictating your every move. But if you reverse the situation, the world would open up to you.
If I'm the same, if I ever could never do it again, then I go overboard. Exactly. Like, last hurrahs have to end. I have to get rid of them. Same content as 5 years ago. I know.
Ouch. So somebody just said in her chat, this is the same content she was doing 5 years ago. There's no change. That's right. And that's why her views are down. That's why people are like, they're bored. They're bored. They're bored. Of course they're bored. This is the same crap. And it's interesting because she just said she wants more channel growth, right? She just said that. So how are you going to grow your channel? How are you going to get more subs? How are you going to make more money if you're being repetitive? Answer, you're not going to. If you're concerned about your channel, Chantal, and making it grow and making it more successful, and people that are in your audience, the ones who are giving you views and super chats and whatnot, if they're saying the content is repetitive, it's boring, you should take that input and do something with it other than just saying, well, I'm Foodie Beauty and I'm making money on YouTube. I don't have to change. But you do. Every channel is always looking for ways to grow and be more creative and inspiring and positive and thinking outside the box. Why haven't you? Even with the mukbang channels, they've taken it up 100 notches, coming up with themes and bright colors and making it look bright and cheerful and interesting and innovative. You haven't done that. You're falling back on your haunches and saying, I don't have to do anything. I'm Foodie Beauty. I've been on YouTube for 6 years. I could just keep doing the same freaking content over and over and still make money. Yeah, but for how much longer? Because those paychecks are obviously going down. That's why you're doing open chat. You're looking for those hate super chats, but they're not coming so much anymore, are they? And that's because people are figuring out what you're doing. This little scam game you've got going on, people have caught on. So if you're a scammer and people catch on to your tactics to the point where they're not working anymore, it's time to switch things up, don't you think? Yeah, absolutely. But I would think it'd be embarrassing to be a channel and have your own audience say, this is the same content from 5 years ago. Nothing has changed here. That's a signal that you're boring and you need to switch it up.
But Maybe one day I'll succeed. Who knows?
Maybe not.
It's like I have to like I don't know. I need discipline, yeah, for sure.
And how are you going to accomplish that if you have no self control and you're not willing to give control over to somebody else and say, I can't do this alone. Can somebody please help me? Can you be the control for me? If you are looking at Salah to be your control, that's not working either. Because you've gone to him and said, hey, this is how I make money on YouTube. So just roll with it. If I want to eat on camera, just roll with it. He's become Pete's 2.0. He's going to do whatever it is you tell him to do to get that money because you're taking care of him. He's relying on you to be taken care of. So he's going to agree with whatever you say. So he is not a person to help you with that control factor, right? The same situation when you live with Pete's. Pete's roll with whatever you said because you were taking care of him. Now you're doing it to Salah. So if you can't control yourself, and if Salah can't control you, who is? Where's the control coming from?
I have to be more responsible. It's hard. Adulting is hard. Howie. I want to show you guys Howie in my stream. There's a lot of information about eating slowly, like putting down your utensils. Yes, I never do that for sure. Golden girl. I use that mentality for my BED. Now I'm eating normally. It's the only method that worked for me. Eat what you're craving for each meal and you'll feel satisfied. Yeah, exactly. That's good. I'm glad you got overcame it. Were the apples imported in Kuwait? I think so. Else other than yourself? What do you want to talk about? Okay.
Oh, I kind of skipped past it, but somebody did the comment of, can we talk about any other subject besides yourself? Ouch. Translation, Chantal, the subject of you is boring because all you talk about is food. You're not even making yourself interesting to your audience to the point where an audience member is saying, can we talk about anything other than you? Because you're not interesting enough to talk about. You know, your narcissistic self may think that you're interesting, but the audience disagrees. They're saying, can we talk about anything besides you? You know, Signal, talk about something else besides you and the food.
Cottage cheese ice cream. Hey Bella! Oh my god. It looks like Julia. Not fill it. They're not that filling, honestly.
Can you guys give me a minute? I have to go use the bathroom. Just a moment of silence. Give me just a second. Sorry about that. I had to go. Couldn't wait till after the react. Let's continue.
Because they're small. So I kind of eat them, but I eat other things. Like,
yeah, what other things and how much?
So, okay, I'm gonna play a game after. On Salah's channel. Well, I mean, it's a gaming channel, so we're gonna like when we want a game, we're gonna use that channel. So I downloaded Fallout New Vegas. It's the only game that I like. It's one of my favorite games. I don't know. Sims is kind of boring for me, honestly.
She's only saying that because she couldn't figure it out. She didn't even know how to make characters in The Sims.
Yeah, check out the link here. Yeah, whose husband passed away? Play Sims 4. Bad flop. YouTube. Alsatan Salah, and he's like 4 bags minimum. What else? else? What are you playing tonight? Oh yeah, Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, so click that link if you want to play. I've been a Beezer since before Brenda was thrown to the trash. Rhonda. Yeah, some of you have been here for so long. Boredom or emotional eating? Yeah, we're playing. Okay, so first we're playing Fallout New Vegas. Of it. So I'm always thinking like, okay, should I have for dinner? Like I'm always planning food. I'm always like obsessing over like, okay, should I eat this one last time kind of thing, you know? It's annoying.
Like her brain is just overtaken with thoughts of food always. This is why she needs inpatient so badly. Locked down, strict inpatient. She needs supervision. She needs someone to control her and the food. She can't do this on her own. She will never go in inpatient because that would mean she can't be on YouTube for a while. She can't take her phone in an inpatient facility and film people and film things because, of privacy. She can't monetize being in there. If she could, she'd do it in a hot minute, but she can't. And you know what, Chantal? You talk about how you and Salah have a solid relationship. He loves you so much. If this man were really your partner and your husband, for real, if you guys were really husband and wife and you were solid, you could go to your husband and fully explain your problem and tell him just how bad it is. And you would say to him, look, this thing is over my head and it's over your head. I can't control myself with food, and my health is getting progressively worse. I need to do what I need to do to take care of myself. And he would say to you, I understand. I support you. Do what you need to do as my wife and my partner to make sure that your health is paramount and get your issues fixed. He would wait for you. But we all know you and Salah do not have a real relationship. It's not love as the reason why you're hanging on to him is because you don't want to be alone. And Salah is the only thing you have left. It's not love that keeps you together. It's money and ego. You don't want to be alone, and you don't want to come home to Canada because you know all the reaction channels would say, we were right. This isn't a real relationship. You just can't swallow your pride and say to everybody, yeah, this relationship was pretty much fake. It was paid companionship. You're still trying to sell the idea it's a real marriage. But a real marriage means you have a partner. You're on the same team. You care about each other. And if one team member says, I'm ill and I need help, the other one says, do what you need to do. What can I do to help you? And they will wait for you. If you need treatment, they'll be there for you. But you don't want to leave him. You're so desperate to hang on to this man that does not love you. Sad.
Try to find something you like more than food or equal to. Yeah, I know. It's hard. I don't know if I start to hate food. Like I love food, but then I hate it, because it has so much control over me. Hi, Melissa.
Then do something about it. Do something about it. Stop monetizing this crap. You love it, you hate it, but you'll monetize your issues. And then you wonder why people like me, like everybody else, do not give you sympathy. How can, as someone that I've struggled with BED, Chantal, how can I feel sympathy for you watching you monetize your issues with food and make them worse? You want people that are reaction channels to feel positive for you and say nice things about you. And then you do this crap. Doing this kind of content. You want us to co-sign on your crap, and we're not going to do it. We're going to tell the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. I started reacting to you long ago just because of your issue with food. Because I wanted to give people insight about the inner workings of that. Because a lot of people don't understand people who have issues with food. Some people might think it's just about the amounts of food, the portions, when there might be some deeper levels going on with that. That's why I started reacting to you a while ago. I want to have sympathy with what's going on with you, but at the same time, I cannot because I see how you're treating all of this. No respect. No respect for yourself, no care about yourself. And you, ma'am, you're doing this kind of content, and you got to realize that by you doing this, you might be triggering people that might have issues with food that might be watching you, and you don't care. You're making a joke of it, and it's not a joke. It's quite serious. So if you don't want the criticisms, if you don't want the opposing opinions, don't make a mockery of this thing, which is exactly what you're doing.
Obsessive thoughts, yeah. Be for real, you never diet for more than a day. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. Eating feelings, maybe, but not really. Like I've always had this problem, no matter what my emotion, like no matter what my life is, you know. It's just like an obsessive thing. That's why for sure, but I truly believe that with help, you can overcome this. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, like I guess Chantal caramel, like in a way, yeah, because like I use it as a comfort thing, you know. Professional help, yeah. Boredom will make you eat.
I'm not trying to diagnose Chantal, but when you eat like she does, you're not just quote unquote eating your feelings. You're stopping yourself from feeling. You're stopping yourself from thoughts, from thinking about things you don't want to think about. You're slamming the door on those thoughts. You're distracting yourself from feeling and from thinking. When really that's what you should be doing, sorting through your feelings, sorting through your thoughts, figuring shit out. It short circuits that process. So yeah, do I think that you eat your feelings, Chantal? I think that you are an emotional eater. I think that you quote unquote eat your feelings, but you're stopping yourself from feeling. You're stopping yourself from going deep into your mind and figuring the crap out. You distract yourself with the food. You shouldn't be distracting yourself with food. You should be saying to yourself, why do I have these feelings? Why? This is crazy. I'm on this merry-go-round. I need to get off.
I haven't considered going back on Ozempic. No, I don't even know if I could get that here.
She can't get the Ozempic, and I'll tell you why. Because when she was in the Ozempic, I got curious. Like, how much is Ozempic? Ozempic is very, very expensive. We're talking $800, $900, $1,000 for just a 1 month supply. I don't know if she has that kind of money anymore. And it wouldn't be effective with her anyway. She's tried it before, it would fail now.
You're the first human I've met who has pockets in your cheeks like me. True. Did you see at the beginning of the video when Harry put something in his cheeks? Yeah, I know, Campus. Hi, Kevin. Your ticks have been bad lately. I know. Handsome as ham. They have been, yeah. I don't know why. They just are. Excuse me, I meant East Asia.
She's got all these health problems, but she won't go to a doctor. If Chantal went to a doctor, the doctor's not going to tell her anything nice. And they might even make her get on a scale and get her true weight. And this is just my opinion. I think the reason why she's not going to a doctor in Kuwait is because if she went to the doctor, she can't speak fluent Arabic. And Salah would know exactly what's wrong with her, how bad it really is. and she doesn't want him to know. So to keep him from knowing, she hides it. She should go to a doctor, get a full checkup. It's not going to happen while he's around.
East Asia would be like China and all that. My Egyptian friend has a Persian cat too, so adorable with a little squished face. Someone was talking on the phone and said inshallah, and I knew what that meant. Yeah, puppy kisses. Now you know, huh? It's 4.
You know what, guys? We got maybe 20 minutes left of this. This react is like almost at 2.5 hours. I think that's enough. I really think that's enough. What more is there to say? Chantal's not caring about herself. She's doing this content. She's trying to find ways to get around YouTube and their new policies and their new rules. She's making a mockery of the whole situation. She's making a mockery of her own serious health. And it's really sad to see. And that's why I say to anybody that maybe you've been following the Chantal story, keeping up with things, if you have serious issues revolving around food or any other thing, and she triggers you in any way, regardless of her, what's going on with her, take care of yourself first. Because your health and your well-being is paramount. Never mind this one. She's going to live the life that she's going to live. But if you find yourself getting triggered or affected negatively by Chantal and you can feel it, you're aware of it, put yourself first. It's not worth it to pay attention to her if it's hurting you. So with that said, I'm going to end this react video. Hope that everybody is doing well today. Please don't forget to take care of yourselves and please have a wonderful day. And take care and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye now.